But essentially when I start, I get this panel. And so I'm just going to pause here. This panel is movable. You can put it wherever you want or pin it in space. All you have to do is sort of tap and drag it into the position you want. You'll notice here that as I lift my hand, this number and this little sort of white border start giving me a clock. I think it takes 2 or 3 seconds of your hand being stable, your index finger being stable, to record a location. So it gives you an indicator of where your index finger is and how long it's been stationary. So all I have to do at this point is find send me back a little bit. So now I'm just going to register my first point, which is going to be a Ford logo on the passenger door, which when I register that and hold my finger in place, the system registers a photo. And so I'm just going to do that 3 times. So I've got my 3 things, one on the rear view mirror and one on the door handle. And then this is kind of important, the system. So once I have my 3 points, holographically, it shows me where those points are and gives me kind of this trace route of where they are. And then it asks me to place the asset tag. This might seem counterintuitive, but the system still uses and has to be interoperable with QR codes for the moment, because our customers have implemented them already. And question I'm sure will be asked later is, what about iPad? iPad doesn't have this capability yet. So if you're using both, you still have to have QR codes. So we have to have both active in the system as an option. So if you already use a QR code, you'll want to scan the tag in the location it's in. That will make sure that all of your content, your templates, all the alignment will be maintained. If not, you can just place the tag virtually, which is what I'm going to do in this case. And this probably looks very familiar to those of you who use Manifest. You can just drag the tag wherever you want. Now, if all you're using is touch alignment, this is really just becomes a menu for your asset. So you want to place it in some area that makes some sense, or you think generally it makes sense to users. And then the final step is that you're going to take a reference photo. So you kind of back up and then get all the points together, and then you take that photo that then gets saved as a reference for the operator who's going to come in and do this alignment later. So this kind of gives them extra help so that they see overall, okay, here's where the 3 points are. And then it gives the individual photos with more detail on each one of those. So let's clear our heads for a second. Tear everything down. This is the process for an operator. And hopefully you'll see that it's fairly simple. And I messed up. Hold on. Let's see. So this is, again, the operator. He has the ability to align, do touch alignment if it's been set up. Otherwise, he can default back to QR code. System gives him a reference, just goes to alignment point 1, then shows the next point. Again, that window kind of follows the user around. Second point, and then it shows the third point. Gives them a sign that the alignment's been successful, and you can see that that QR code is pretty much dead on where it was dropped in the first place. And that is how you do touch alignment.